As the saying goes, all bad things must come to an end. Unless you're Manchester United or Chelsea. Sucks being you guys. Arsenal finally broke the Goodison Park curse with a 1-0 victory. In the previous 5 matches played there, we've only collected 1 point, missing out on a possibly 14. So from a change of personnel to a newfound resilience, let's get into the 5 things we learned from Everton 0, Arsenal 1. What's up guys? Welcome back to Rob's Arsenal recap. Even though this match was a bit boring, I know we feel happy right now because the most important thing, we collected 3 points. And we're only 2 points away from the number 1 spot. But before we go any further, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy and subscribe. Help us on our journey to 100 subs. So the first thing we notice is that there's a switch in personnel. We see David Raya coming in goal. We see Gabriel Magalhaes and Zinchenko starting for their second match in a row in their preferred position. Also, we see Fabio Vera coming into the team. Eddie Nketiah starting up top. It was a new and a different thing we haven't seen as yet this season. These different systems, these different strategies, these different style of play is what Mikel Arteta will be known for. He's a revolutionary because in the post-match interview we heard him said that, listen, the keepers are going to be like any other player in the team. They're going to alternate between each other. So there's not going to be a number 1.
Why you always lying?
There's not going to be a number 1.
Why you always lying?
There's not going to be a number 1. This is what our manager said, so we have to take his word for it, right? We have to take his word for it. So this is exactly the thing that I love to see from Mikel Arteta. He's not scared to do things that go against the grain. He's not scared to do things that might get him criticized. In the same post-match interview, he said that previous matches, he wanted to bring on another keeper for the last 30 minutes, but he was scared. He said he was scared. And he said that's one of his biggest regret. That's a big statement. To say that's one of your biggest regret. And I personally don't believe that anyone should live their life in regret. Learn from your mistakes and move forward. And this guy said, Mikel Arteta said this is one of his biggest regrets. So I understand why now he's having to bring in another top quality keeper, because this is the way he wants to play. And he doesn't want to make the same mistake twice. He doesn't want to be in a situation where he needs another quality or a different type of keeper and he's not being able to bring them on. Because before, we didn't have someone to compete with Ramsdale. Matt Turner was similar to Aaron Ramsdale. Is not different in terms of playing out from the back. Is mostly a shot stopper. But we see David Raya is better in high claims and is better at distributing the ball. So this is why I believe that Mikel Arteta got this guy, and then is slightly different from Ramsdale. Ramsdale has his own special abilities, and so does Raya. So when Mikel Arteta wants to switch between the two, he has that available. He has that option available. So well done, Mikel Arteta. And I'm saying, the pundits, everyone will be criticizing until they see other people following. This is it, that someone has to make a change. Someone has to do something that is different, and then every other team catches on. And this is how I see Mikel Arteta is. He's a revolutionary. He started a revolution in the keepers, in the position of being of the keepers. He has started already, and many teams will follow. I guarantee this. Give it 1 to 2 seasons, you're going to see most teams trying to follow this pattern, because it will be beneficial for us. I can see already. I can already see the benefits in having 2 top quality keepers, having different attributes playing for us. The second thing we learned is that David Raya is quality. His passing is accurate. And this is a follow-up from the first thing I've learned, because in the second thing we've learned, David Raya made a 94% passing accuracy. He had 34 passes and complete 32. He had 7 out of 9 accurate long balls. He had 1 clearance and 1 deal 1. What an amazing debut by this brilliant shot stopper, brilliant distributor of the ball. This is the keeper of our dreams. David Raya suits us to the T. He suits us to the ground, because this is the way we play. At one point, I see David Raya playing futsal with Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. Can you imagine? keeper playing futsal, because each time he gets the ball, I see him dribbling through outside the box. I see him controlling the ball, flipping it over the person's head and entering out for a throw in. This guy is playing futsal in my defense. He's playing futsal in the penalty area. This guy is unbelievable. Aaron Ramsdale doesn't have the confidence to even attempt these things. This is why I love David Raya. His long balls, I remember he pinged a long ball right on Fabio Vieira's legs, right on his left peg. That was brilliant. Brilliant. And his long passes, he got 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9. For me, that is 100%. To be that accurate, for me, equals to 100%. I know it will be 9 out of 9 normally to give you 100%. But to be that accurate, to get 7 out of 9 long balls, for me, that is 100%. So long may this continue. Long may he always find his target. Because this is why we signed him. He's a very good distributor. And I remember one of the times Tarkowski, I believe, came in for the ball. And this is how we conceded last season. I'm not blaming Ramsdale. Far from it. I'm not blaming you, Ramsdale.
Yes, I am.
But we see David Raya came and done a high claim. Got the ball from the corner, and this erased the pressure that is felt by the centre-backs. Because when you've got a keeper that's coming out with aggression, with confidence, claiming the ball high, the defense can feel sure, they can feel safe, they can feel more comfortable in playing the way they want to play. But if they have to be thinking about doing the keeper's job as well as doing their own, that's where confusion happens. That's where the people lose focus, and accidents and mistakes are created. But we see that David Raya give them confidence. They have to give him a high five. Oh, thank you, mate. That's why I see William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes done. High five. Thank you, mate. Thank you. You saved us there. Because we didn't have to deal with a ball that we would have to if Ramsdale was in goal. I'm not bashing Ramsdale. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing Ramsdale. I'm not. It's just that I enjoy David Raya display. I enjoy his debut. I enjoyed it. Even though he only had one shot. He faced one shot. I really wanted to see him face more. I really want to see him in a high stakes game with lots of attacking firepower, shooting. A prime Man City, a prime Barcelona, a prime Real Madrid. I want to see him against these teams, because these are the things that we look for to identify greatness. I know he's good. I can see that he's good. But to jump to the next level like Edison, to jump to the next level like Alisson, the greatness, we need to see these things against the very best teams with great firepower. On the third thing we learned, Fabio Vera is living up to his name now. Viera, he's finally living up to that chant. Fabio Vera has improved drastically in the past few months. We see him coming on, getting vital goals, in this season getting vital assists. For me, he's turned his life around 360, or should I say 180. He's turned his life around. And I don't just mean career. Because you see that if your career is in the dugout, it will mess up your personal life. But now his career is on the up and up. I know when he goes home, his missus is happy. His dogs are happy. Because he's been a man on the pitch. He's been an animal on the pitch. And this is what we love to see. Fabio Vera being quality. His touches. I've only seen him miscontrol the ball about one time. And that's when David Raya pinged it. Accurate. With power, with pace. And he got away from him. Apart from that, he had a superb match. Brilliant. For me, 9 out of 10 performance from Fabio Vera. He was quality on the day. And this is it, that he's been putting Kai Havertz under pressure. Kai Havertz, I believe that he came on and he's done his thing. He played aggressive. He played defensively. And to me, I didn't have a bad thing to say about Kai Havertz. And I don't think anyone did. Because he came on and I believe that he followed the manager's instruction to the team. But Fabio Vera has been knocking on that door. He's been knocking. And it's finally open. Mikel Arteta said, "Come in, my son," and put Kai Havertz on the bench. And this, most fans has been crying out for this. I personally wanted Kai Havertz to start this match because I believe that his aggression, I believe his height will be beneficial for us in this match. Once again, Mikel Arteta said, no, I am the manager. You stay one side. I'll do what I'm doing and I will get the results. And boy, was he right. 1-0 result. Results doesn't matter. It's our performance. We control the entirety of the match. Now, this is not just rainbows and sunshine. There's a possibility that we could have conceded in that match. Even though it didn't look likely, they only have one shot on target. But anything was possible. There could have been a mistake by one of our players and let them in that goal. And then we would have been 1-1. So for me, we still have a lot to improve on. We need to be more efficient in front of goal. We had 13 shots, I believe. And I believe 4 on target. Out of 13 shots, we had 4 on target. That's, for me, we need to improve with these numbers if we want to be competing with the big teams at the end of the day. The fourth thing we see is Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard with a beautiful left side footed finish. Open up his body, split the ball, cut the ball, chop it. He didn't just cut across the ball, he chopped across that ball. He chopped it into the top corner, post and in. Brilliant, accurate goal by Leandro Trossard. I have to say his name with the accent. Leandro Trossard. This guy, he doesn't deserve to be, his name doesn't deserve to be speaking or pronounced like in English. You have to put an accent on it. That's how great he was. Leandro Trossard. A brilliant performance by our Belgian international. He came on for Martinelli and he did not look cold. You know, when you're on the bench and you don't expect to come on this early, you might get flustered. You might be shocked. But not Leandro. Leandro came on and he performed brilliantly. The last match he started in the match previously and he performed poorly. And everyone was criticizing him. But I believe that that's not his position. That's not his way of playing. He needs to create from the center. He needs to create from deep. He is like Santi Cazorla mixed in with Rosicky, mixing with Ozil, mixing with every player, every attacking player. That's what Leandro Trossard is like. So he has to create from deep. He has to be part of the game, because I've seen him in the midfield. He dropped back, got the ball, went into the centre mid, beat about 3 players, attack, dribbling at speed at the players after he beat about 3 players. So this is his gameplay. He needs to be a part of the build-up from the midfield. He doesn't want to just receive the ball on the wing, just like Martinelli or Saka. He wants to be part of the build-up. That's his gameplay. So because he was doing that throughout the match, he gained in confidence. He was assertive, and this is why he had that confidence to do that chop of a shot. I wouldn't say cut. Cut is a bit acute. The one he done was what? The keeper had to be watching it go by. The keeper was like, bye-bye. There's no point even trying. He could not get it. He hit the post and in. Marksman. He's a marksman. Leandro Trossard is a marksman. That's what I'm going to have to start calling him. My marksman. Always hitting the perfect goals. We see the one he scored for international. Brilliant goal as well. So, Leandro Trossard, continue to improve, continue to develop, because this is it. You need to give the manager something to think about. We see now Martinelli is injured. You need to take this chance. Take it with both hands. Give the manager something to think about when Martinelli comes back from injury, so he won't just come back in the team. Give the manager something to think about, but continue to play your game. Build up from the middle, build up from the back, and go forward. Drop a shoulder, beat a 1-2-3 man. That's your quality. You're good enough to do that. This is Leandro Trossard when he's playing at his best. Fifth and final thing we see is a newfound resilience of Arsenal. Newfound resilience. Previous seasons, we would have conceded a goal in that match because we would have got frustrated. we would have got annoyed by the low block and tried to go deeper and deeper, or tried to go higher and higher and leave our defense exposed. And we see that Declan Rice has been a massive, even though he's been under the radar in this match for a lot of people, I always notice him. He's been a massive benefit for our team, because lots of time I see him sweeping up, I see him intercepting. When the midfielder are dribbling at our defense, I see him getting a toe-in, intercepting. These things are very important. He doesn't have to be the glamorous guy having shots all the time, doing around the world, doing keep it ups. He doesn't have to do things like this to be quality or to be very important for us. Sometimes that's all we need, a toe poke to get the ball back. Sometimes that's all we need, a barging, get somebody off the ball and reclaim it. This is what we need sometimes, especially in hard, aggressive matches like these, tough against big giants. Most of Everton players are giants compared to our players. Now we see our team is getting bigger. We're getting taller players, but still, our team is not compared to Everton in terms of size, in terms of strength. So this is what I love to see. My team is going to different heights, going to different depths. That's what I love. So long may continue. We're finding ways to win. We're finding ways to win. We're becoming more and more resilient, because we see that we haven't beat Everton in 5 meetings at Goodison Park. We haven't, but we broke that record, that stats now. So now we're creating a new stat, and this is what we're going to do for the whole league, for every team we play against. Hopefully we're going to be breaking all these negative stats and turn it into one for our benefit. So catch you in the next video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. Help me on my road to 100 subs. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Catch you next one. Goodbye.